Hey, this is Reddit Stories. I read stuff. Today we will be continuing with r/Petty Revenge. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. Now sit back and enjoy the stories. Douchebag neighbor. So I live out in the country with my parents and two brothers, so we usually don't get a lot of trouble. Except for one neighbor who just so happens to live right next to us. He's been a douchebag for years and has done more to try to hurt us than I can even care to count. Every year he has the family reunion on the same day. Last year, he didn't just let people go through our yard, that's right, not driveway, yard, to get to his yard, he encouraged it. It was so muddy out that day, they tore up our yard. Today, Saturday, August 24, 2019, just so happens to be his family reunion. He again encouraged people to drive through our yard. This time, about 5 minutes before people started leaving, I parked my car in the only opening they could get through that leads from my yard to the road, which just so happens to be the edge of my driveway. They tried to get out of his yard for the past 20 minutes. If they even tried to go through our yard, they'd have to go trough a very deep ditch and ruin their car or hit my car. My car is within perfect view of the front window, so I've been watching and making sure they don't. I got a bad video of them trying to get out of his yard after a couple cars already left, but it was still really funny. Edit: the douchebag has two driveways, a paved one and a dirt one, and he still encourages people to drive through ours. If you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to like and subscribe to help us make more videos. Teens mock me and my brother's English in Italian. Cast: me, I, me, whatever. My brother, entitled Teen 1, Laura, entitled Teen 2, Natalie. Any names in this story have been made up for simplicity and safety. Background: 4 years ago, my family and I were spending some time in Naples, Italy. We were staying with some relatives who lived in Italy, and all of us were pretty fluent in Italian. Every year, there's a small amusement park the town sets up for the kids to enjoy after taking a stroll through the town and watching the small concert. After taking a bit of a walk, me and my brother decided to head down to the park and ride a couple rides. This is where our story begins. Story: I had just taken my seat with my brother on a smaller, but still pretty fun ride. As we sat down, a group of two teenage girls, who I've named Laura and Natalie, come up to us and demand we get off the ride. A ride attendant quickly ushered the two girls off the platform before I even said anything. The ride begins and swings around for a couple minutes. After the ride stops, we hand our second set of tickets and prepare for round 2. Laura and Natalie find an empty seat in the bench behind us. At first, they don't say anything and the ride gets pretty fun. So of course, being two rowdy American teens, my brother and I start yelling in English at each other as we flung around. This is when the mocking starts. Laura and Natalie both take turns mocking everything we say in English, back in Italian. I understood every single word they said. I couldn't say anything to my brother without them yelling back what I said in a mocking, Italian voice. The ride eventually stops and I proceeded to get off. As I hop off, I turned to the now laughing teens and said, "I heard you loud and clear," in Italian. The look on their faces was priceless. I walk away feeling pretty smug, of course, and decide to grab myself a nice cold cola to celebrate. It may be petty and pretty cheesy, but it was worth it. Use my dryer time, get surprise laundry additive. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Many years ago, my then fiancé and I lived in an apartment complex tucked behind a rundown commercial strip on the edge of a college campus. I went to the laundry room to find that someone not only took my clothes out of the one working dryer long before the dry time I paid for was up, they were not just damp but cold, but left me a nasty note about how I should be more considerate of my neighbors' busy schedules. I was getting ready to leave for my night shift job, and my work clothes were in that load of wash. So were my ex's dress shirts for his sales job, and the laundry room would be locked when he got home. We were also just out of college and in entry-level jobs, so we were pretty broke and didn't have any spare change lying around. Fortunately for me, I could fit into my ex's clothes and my job had a loose interpretation of business casual, so I was able to find something wearable in his closet. I knew that the letter writer didn't live in my building, as it was written in English and we were the only English speakers there. It was not uncommon for students in a neighboring complex to use our laundry room, as the prices were cheaper than theirs, and I had a $5 bill in my wallet, and our building was directly behind a 7-Eleven. So I went there to make laundry change by purchasing a large cherry Slurpee, which, along with an extra $1 for another cycle, went straight into the still-running dryer full of light-colored clothes. Hit the subscribe button for more daily Reddit content and press the bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded. Also, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help the channel. If you have any ideas, suggestions, let us know in the comment section. See you in the next one.